Hello everyone, welcome. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to another lesson in our ongoing French course. In this lesson, we are going to sharpen your skills in French. We're going to roll up our sleeves and do a little work here, but it's going to help you sharpen your skills in French. And we are going to do that using the verb boire, which we've had in a previous lesson. Before we do that, however, I want to ask you a quick question. What do you think is the best language learning method? If you've been trying different things, what do you think? What works for you? Well, I'm going to give you my opinion. And what I just said, what works for you, is key to my opinion. I believe that the best language learning method is the one that works best for you. There are a lot of methods. And if you try different methods, you'll find that some probably work better for you than others. And in my experience in teaching, I find that every student is different and different things, different methods speak to different students. So we're all different. This is just from my experience. We're all different and we learn in different ways. So my advice is try as many different methods as you can. Try as many different apps, courses, books, YouTube channels, whatever it is. Just try different methods and see what works for you. The only thing that I will mention that I think is very important is that one thing never changes. If you're learning another language, there's no way around it. You have to practice. That's the only way to build your skill. So in my lessons, I always try to include a little bit of practice, some type of practice. Sorry, my alarm is going off there in the background. So I will have some practice in this lesson. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Just try different things, find what works for you, but remember, you always have to practice to improve your skills. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to the verb boire, which means to drink. And very important thing to mention about the verb boire is that it is an irregular verb. What does that mean? Well, it doesn't follow a strict pattern of conjugation. So that really means that you just have to memorize the forms. It's an irregular verb like the verb être, which you've had, the verb avoir, or the verb aller. You just memorize these forms. Native speakers have to do it as well. They have to memorize through practice. So unfortunately, it's something that we all have to go through. We all have to do the same thing. We all have to practice to improve our skills. So that is what we're going to do in this lesson. We're going to practice with the verb boire. First, I'm going to remind you of the forms very quickly. So remember, I drink, I do drink, I am drinking, je bois. You drink, you do drink, you are drinking, tu bois. He drinks, she drinks, one drinks, boit, il boit, elle boit, on boit. We drink, nous buvons. You drink, the formal you, vous buvez. And then they drink, ils, elles boivent. Okay, so we have our forms, bois, bois, bois. Notice these three are pronounced the same. Bois, bois, bois. Buvons, buvez, boivent. Okay, so now practice. So if you can make it to the end of this practice part of the video, you will gain some skill. Your skill will improve just by the sake of practicing and repeating. Okay, so here we go. If I want to say I drink lemonade, I would say je bois de la limonade. Je bois de la limonade. I drink water. Je bois de l'eau. Je bois de l'eau. I drink coffee. Je bois du café. Je bois du café. If you're not understanding this part, this is what's called the partitive article. It translates back to English as some, or just the noun without the some. For example, some lemonade, how do you say some lemonade? Or simply lemonade in French, it has to be de la, the partitive article, de la limonade. Some water or water, de l'eau. Some coffee or simply coffee, du café. I do have a separate lesson on the partitive article. It's 157 in our ongoing course, so you can go back and watch that if you are unsure about the partitive. but all of these examples have the partitive article. Okay, so we got through our first example here. Let's go on to the next. If I want to say you drink lemonade, it would be tu bois de la limonade. Tu bois de la limonade. You drink water, tu bois de l'eau. Tu bois de l'eau. You drink coffee, tu bois du café. Tu bois du café. Chances are you'll probably see tu more in the question form, so let's put it in question form with est-ce que. So this is just random. There are different ways of asking the question. I've just randomly chosen est-ce que. So do you drink lemonade? So do you drink est-ce que tu bois? Do you drink lemonade? Est-ce que tu bois de la limonade? Est-ce que tu bois de la limonade? Do you drink water? Est-ce que tu bois de l'eau? Est-ce que tu bois de l'eau? Do you drink coffee? Est-ce que tu bois du café? Est-ce que tu bois du café? He drinks. Il boit. Il boit. He drinks lemonade. Il boit de la limonade. He drinks water. Il boit de l'eau. He drinks coffee. Il boit du café. She drinks. Elle boit. She drinks lemonade. Elle boit de la limonade. She drinks water. Elle boit de l'eau. She drinks coffee. Elle boit du café. One drinks. On boit. On boit. One drinks lemonade. On boit de la limonade. One drinks water. On boit de l'eau. One drinks coffee. On boit du café. We drink. Nous buvons. Nous buvons. We drink lemonade. Nous buvons de la limonade. We drink water. Nous buvons de l'eau. We drink coffee. Nous buvons du café. You drink. Vous buvez. You drink lemonade. Vous buvez de la limonade. You drink water. Vous buvez de l'eau. You drink coffee. Vous buvez du café. Again, chances are you'll see this more in a question form, so let's put it in the est-ce que question. So, do you drink? Est-ce que vous buvez? Est-ce que vous buvez? Do you drink lemonade? Est-ce que vous buvez de la limonade? Do you drink water? Est-ce que vous buvez de l'eau? Do you drink coffee? Est-ce que vous buvez du café? Finally, they drink. Ils boivent or elles boivent. They drink lemonade. Ils boivent de la limonade or elles boivent de la limonade. They drink water. Ils boivent de l'eau. Elles boivent de l'eau. They drink coffee. Ils boivent du café. Elles boivent du café. Okay, well, the only thing left to say, if you made it to this part of the video, félicitations. You've done what you need to do to improve your skill. Practice. You could replay this practice part of the video if you feel you want to practice more. Try replaying it, and instead of watching it, close your eyes and see if you can guess the French before I tell it to you. That's just another way of practicing, another way of challenging yourself. Keep practicing and your skill will improve. So thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, I would appreciate it very much if you'd give it a like. To continue learning French and go on to another lesson, click on the video that appears here on your screen. See you soon. À bientôt.